What's up, Pick Central? Wednesday, June 21st?
Just saying, you sounded stressed starting this.
No.
You good?
Yeah.
Stress a little bit.
Trying to get the date.
Look a little-
Yeah, well, the print thing's down, so it's all good. But joined by Big Ev, Marty Mush, Megan making money. Did we lose Smitty?
No, he's on there. It's just whoever's talking, it switches the camera.
Oh, sick.
Smitty, say something.
This will be fun.
Megan making money. You're taller than White Sox State.
This is great. This is great.
By a full 2 inches.
Yeah. All right. This is
Full
unbelievable.
2 inches.
Brought to you by the Barstool Sportsbook. As we touched on, listen, everything's firing away here on futures. I got the Orioles in at 12-1. It's down to 4 games. You're going to have the NBA draft. Day baseball. Today's a getaway day. We got a lot of day games today. Probably some day games tomorrow as well. Anything else you guys have been firing on? Random or what you've seen? College baseball. We got boots on the ground out in Omaha. Tennis, I'm sure, is going on every day. There's a million different things going on. You got golf. Barstool Sportsbook is the way to go. Gambling problem. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Get involved.
NBA draft coming up. We got NBA draft props.
Tomorrow.
We got it.
In certain states.
In certain states as well. So I guess we'll touch on that quickly in terms of the NBA draft. So Wembanyama kind of takes the internet by storm. It's not even worth putting in a prop on him at number 1. It's minus 50,000 or 500,000, whatever it is.
If you're rich, right, responsibly, why wouldn't you just put $1 million to make a little bit? Like, you know it's going to be him. There's no way.
Yeah,
it's
there's
not gonna
limits,
be him.
and it's just by that same rationale. Like,
I think I did see a guy, like, it was like $60,000 to win $300. Why not? It's a winner.
It's a lock.
He's
Yeah.
not going to not go first.
I don't know.
I don't have the money for it,
Scoot
but
Henderson still thinks he's
It's a
going
lock.
wrong.
It's a lock. But what if somebody invades France before the draft? You don't know.
no, it's true. Like, what happened last night if he got hurt throwing out the first pitch?
Well, that's
Exactly.
He's still going.
yeah.
One.
So that's
he
the.
would if he got hurt.
Ah,
I think he's still
Yeah,
going to win.
yes.
Like, very hurt.
Nah, I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
I don't know if you pass up that.
1,000%.
You don't want to be the guy to pass that up.
I'm already.
what if he becomes a paraplegic on the mound?
I'd still
You
draft
drafted
him
him.
one. Yeah.
You're drafting him 1.
He's still better than Scoot.
I'm already.
I mean, if
gonna
he's
be-
paraplegic, he'd still be 6'5".
So hold on.
Yeah, you can't wheel on the court.
What?
Big
Hold
Ed.
on.
Says who?
He's perfectly fine. We're not dealing with him. Fucking take it easy, Smitty. The one thing that I came out of this though, if you're the number 1 pick and you've seen it kind of everywhere, right? Do you have to go through this stuff of riding the subway, throwing out the first pitch? Like, he wasn't great. Do you think it really makes a difference
No,
if you're going to go number 1 or not? I know it helps your
Well, I
media
don't-
thing, and I know it helps. Like, he went on Reddick's podcast. Like, that makes sense. But, like, you got to have the photo of him riding the subway. You got to throw out the first pitch. I'd be like,
I mean, the guy's he's from France. Like, that's like an experience.
Zah's just waving his hand at the money. You think, hold on, Zah, you think the Yankees paid? What do you mean?
I mean, you gotta form your image, your brand
Okay.
and image outside of off the
it
court.
makes him
And that's,
look.
That's part of it.
It makes him look
That's how
like
you
a
get the
normal
endorsement
guy.
money.
Oh, he took the subway.
That's
Good
how
for
you end up
him.
owning New York.
He
I don't
looks
know.
Like a normal. He looks like a normal guy.
Yeah,
That subway picture is objectively hilarious.
Yeah, but you're not
Great.
going to New York. Like, you're going, I know you want to be a national brand, but you're going to San Antonio. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
but
it would have
no,
been better off if
yeah,
he
but
went down to San Antonio and was eating fucking
the
chips and
draft's in
salsa.
New York, so he's.
I
like,
know it's in
all
New
right,
York,
I'll
but
go-
fuck it.
I don't know. You're the.
Sorry you went to the Yankees.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's
Is
not
that
the
what
point.
you want? You want to win
Sorry.
that game?
I mean, this is ridiculous. I don't care if it's a Met fan, Yankee fan. The guy, you make the guy ride the subway, he's got to duck. This is nuts.
I wanted to.
2 seconds. Like,
It's
you're acting like
unnecessary.
Yeah, you are acting like you're an old right now.
No, I'm not. I
Oh,
just
big
don't.
time.
I'd be
Being
like,
an old.
I'm not doing that shit. Like, I'd be like,
No, you
You're
wouldn't.
excited, bro.
If you were-
You're
if
the
you
number
were-
one.
I was
pick.
excited,
If
but
you were 18 years old from France, about to go 1 overall, next year you're going to ride the subway, you're going to throw the first pitch, you go to the Yankee game, you'd go.
And everyone is blowing you.
this is just
literally
the general public on with him too, right? That's the craziest part.
But obviously, there's cameras.
Got all the
everywhere.
wackos in
They're
there.
making a whole like thing out of it.
I'm gonna ride the subway with the wackos.
Why are they
I'm
the wackos
for
are
the
you?
record,
What do you
I've
mean?
always
Yeah,
wanted
the
no
wackos.
shit, I'm the wackos.
Exactly.
What are you talking about? No
I've
one's gonna,
always wanted
he's got
to ride the
security up
subway,
the
so
ass. No one's gonna
I'm
hurt the
happy.
guy.
I would have swiped this.
Yeah,
phone.
look, Megan also just said, like, people not from here, they think like the subway is fucking cool.
That's what I'm saying. He's from
They have
France.
no idea. They're like, let me try this subway.
Subway creatures just to watch like all these crazy subway just like.
It's because you're here and miserable, and I'm the same. I don't like the subway either because I fucking go on.
I guess I just meant the process of the like wheeling out a draft pick, almost like a show pony.
But that's what he is.
No.
That's kind of what he is a little bit.
And dude, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna get so sick of him so soon. Like when he had that baseball, of course the baseball is small.
Right.
He's 7'5". I don't get that one.
Yeah, there's something
He is a
about
little more freakish than most, though.
1,000%.
You're right,
but like I wasn't like, wow, look at that ball. It's like, okay.
It was a little bit.
Where are you? What is going on with you?
No,
I was Marty.
I wasn't at all.
Those were fucking balls.
I've been to like the NBA store where you like put your hand on like Shaq's hand when you're a kid. And you're like, oh my god, it's double blah blah blah. But his hand is freakish.
Yeah, because he's 7.
But there is something about
he's like a 1%er with the 1%ers.
That overkill of like, did you know he's as tall as 19 phone books? Did you know he's like tall as 2 Muggsy Bogues? Like I'm getting tired of the.
I mean, he is the tallest guy in the NBA. He will be the tallest guy in the NBA.
And you know what? He's a liar.
Besides Taco Fall, I guess.
Wembanyama's a liar.
Why is he a liar?
Because he said that there's no pressure from being LeBron, being compared to LeBron. There's no pressure on. There's every little bit of pressure on Victor Wembanyama.
I don't know if he.
I don't know if they should compare him to LeBron.
There's always your number one.
What do you know? I think you have to compare him to LeBron. What do you mean?
No, I don't. I think there's always. Listen, obviously, natural pressure. Your number one pick. You're this like generational talent.
He's not a number one pick. He is. I'm biggest talk.
Generational talent.
Yeah.
And I'll say that's obviously comes with pressure, but I don't think. I think the pressure is on him. I'll still say it's less than LeBron. Even in the social
definitely
media
less
era.
than LeBron. Yeah, but it's still a lot of pressure.
I think it's less than LeBron because there's nobody who came in with his hype and his body type and skill set that has A, stayed healthy and B, excelled to the point where it lived up to expectations.
Yeah, I mean, Chet already got hurt quickly.
The only
he hasn't
person
even
I
played
would
a
say
game
is like,
yet. He's in a similar build.
Durant, I guess. But he's like 7.
Durant's not
6 inches,
freakish.
he's 7
Yeah,
inches
like
taller.
7
And
plus.
Durant went too.
More like Taco Fall height and just like has like this type of build. It's just he looks so long. He's like a sardine.
Yeah. But at some point, I don't know. I'm gonna right now. Obviously, I'm not sick of him. I can't wait to watch him play, even though I'm probably not because it's on the fucking Spurs. You're not gonna want to. At one point, the Spurs are gonna be like, are they gonna be good?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
they'll be decent.
I like Pop having another run at at a title or being a contender, or being back in the playoffs.
You're the only one that wants that.
Yeah, I probably am in the
You're in the minority
of that, but it's I don't know. I think it's better. The Spurs are a team that, again, you could say they're boring, but it feels better to me when they're around. The same with the Steelers. Like I have no opinion on the Steelers. There's just something comforting about the Steelers being in the playoffs. The same with like
one player though,
on
that team being like
Oklahoma football being good. I have no real. It's just something about like, all right, this is consistent. Like we don't like crazy change.
Like the second
teams have been good forever. Let them be good.
Second and third pick would have been so much. Like the Hornets and the Blazers?
Yeah.
Like imagine him on one of those teams.
I kept saying the Blazers would have been ideal. See now it's like I want him on the Blazers, but now I've just accepted. Obviously it's the Spurs. I'm excited to watch him play.
Oh, of course,
I just think his style of play is aesthetically pleasing. I'm just curious to see it in the NBA.
Yeah, because we've never seen it. It's just like, what the fuck is this unicorn doing?
Because he reminds me when I watch like the highlights. He reminds me like Porzingis, but way better.
Yeah,
and when Porzingis first came in, he was very exciting.
Speaking of, did you guys? I blocked it yesterday, but did you see that? You were saying like he's like 7'5" or whatever, and on ESPN, Kendrick Perkins was doing a segment, and he's like, oh, and the Warriors, they got Jonathan Kuminga. I'm hearing reports that he grew to 7'2" now, and he's 6'7". And obviously, Buttcrack Sports fucking tweeted that Jonathan Kuminga has grown from 6'7" to 7'2" over the summer.
So I got to admit, I didn't know about the original, okay? I saw when people started running with the jokes. I didn't say anything. Here's Ev's going like this, like fucking running me over.
You got
duped to myself.
Yeah, that's
duped
worse.
To myself. I didn't do anything with it.
No, you didn't tweet it, but you thought
just admitted that you duped.
Clown.
No,
you're a clown.
You got duped.
Let me explain the situation.
You thought Hunter Dickinson actually was 7'2".
Okay.
Oh no.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Today, I saw the Iowa guy, shout out David Eichholt, tweeted that Dylan Mulvey, who's the 11th man on Iowa, grew from 7'1" to 7'6", same thing. So now I go, something's up. And then, like an idiot, admit to my friend, never once uttered anywhere that I had missed the original Kuminga tweet and then saw the Dickinson thing, and it was Bill Self-quoted. And in my head, I go, man, that's crazy. He grew to 7'6", but it's only in here. I didn't say a word.
No, you
I
said
just
it out
spoke
loud.
to this asshole.
Said it out loud.
He fucking ran me over because I made the mistake of realizing I didn't know the original joke, but I was smart enough to figure it out when I saw the Iowa thing. I went,
you didn't fucking say it yesterday.
I went,
that's
this
the
is the thing.
You gotta yell to the rafters.
He could have known last night because I found out myself at 10 p.m.
Last night?
I didn't know the original
happened
joke.
like 30 minutes.
Oh, this morning.
I didn't know the original joke, so I was smart enough to figure out that, hey, when 3 guys grow 8 inches, something's up here.
You cannot call yourself smart in any way when you said a 7'2" guy grew to 7'6" in the summer.
Especially when he's like 22 years old.
I went, that's weird. Then I saw the Iowa kid. I go, okay, now something's up. I felt like the fucking cowboy in casino. You're either in on it or you're robbing the place yourself. That's what I felt like. So I'm like, all right.
Like Giannis.
I didn't know it was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Giannis
when you
did grow when he got drafted.
Right.
He grew like
Mike
4 or 5
Dunleavy.
inches.
Mike Dunleavy grew 8 inches his freshman year at Duke.
Isn't the most famous
19-year-old.
one? Isn't the most famous one Scottie Pippen?
The Admiral, I thought. He outgrew the Navy in college. Literally. He already was they already kind of were like borderline with him because he was so tall.
Dunleavy grew 8 inches.
And then by the time he left, he was like literally was too big to be in the military.
Yeah. Paul George
can't be in a submarine with that height.
Paul George came in the league like 6'5", and he grew 4 inches his first year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was a big deal.
It's always a nice bonus. But yeah, I mean, Perk he's getting dunked on.
He said
it on the air. I fucking just said it in my own head. But I was smart enough to not say a word. I was like, something's up here. Like you look at that,
and you probably think you're getting dunked on more.
No. It's just Evs.
Huh? Well, you wanted
like I said, I was smart enough to realize 3 guys don't grow 5 inches.
It took you 3, or some people. I saw the first one, Hunter, and I was like, he didn't grow 5 inches.
Yeah, I know.
Since I last in 6 months.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, no, I don't know. I can't justify it.
It is funny though.
I'm just.
I know. I'm
just cynical. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
It is funny though that it's that these like reporters or like Perkins or some ESPN guys probably that's how they get ready for their show too. Like they're scrolling Twitter. They're like, oh, I'm gonna.
Well, I mean, there's the famous clip. People will believe anything. Truth, if it looks the famous clip of Mike and the Mad Dog when they're talking about. The fact that they thought Mr. Rogers was a decorated war general, and the other guy they said was Captain Kangaroo. There's a very famous clip. They said this guy he goes, I was talking to him, and he was a badass, and he had stab wounds in his back. He said he was a killer, Captain Kangaroo. And Mad Dog's like, really, Mike? Like they found this on some website or something like that. I wish we could play it. It's fucking unbelievable. Like that's the stuff.
You used to be a big like radio caller. You got some dupes in your day, no? You never duped a radio host?
I never tried to.
Well, did you see who duped someone today for no reason? Did you see Donnie Wonton Don's tweet?
No.
Pull up Wonton Don's tweet of White Sox Dave like duped Wonton for no reason. It was like look at this.
What's it say?
It says, can't find anything about what your buddy was saying. Haha, we were just prank calling coworkers on FaceTime, bro.
He FaceTimed me.
He FaceTimed me too.
He FaceTimed TJ too, and we were very confused.
I'm glad I didn't.
I was left my phone for like 2 minutes. I didn't pick it up.
That's a 30-something-year-old man saying, my bad, bro. We were prank calling people on FaceTime.
It's wild.
To be fair, prank calling will always be funny.
Oh, yeah.
And always.
It's gone away though now that you have the ID and stuff like that.
There's tricky ways to get past that.
I think the funny ways is more, even though it's kind of dickheaded, but you fuck with like people that like you call like a company or something.
I think it's more funny when you fuck with people that like. So this guy Glenn is my dad's friend. He was a legendary prank caller, and then my brother didn't get voted for All Stars by this guy Santi, who was probably a pedophile.
I feel like I can see where this is going.
You can't. I can't say that.
No.
He had no kids. He was by himself. He had a collection of balls, and he coached Little League for like 30 years. He fits the profile.
Going.
Okay, whatever. So he was kind of a scumbag. My brother beat him 3 different times that year, and he didn't vote for him. He doesn't teach the game. My dad never wanted us to play for him, so he was pissed about that. So whatever, right?
Keep going.
Glenn's calling the guy when he closes the bar at like 2 a.m. Oh, I need a pizza. I need flowers. I need whatever. He tells him do it for the summer. We forget about it. My dad runs into Glenn like a year and a half later at a family party and goes, "Hey, by the way, I'm still calling that guy. He had this guy for a year and a half, just fucking every night when he closed the bar. Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. Boom, boom, boom."
You said that was your dad?
It was my dad's friend. He gave the mission to this guy, Glenn.
There's nothing.
Who's a legend.
But
now you know who it is. You know what it is.
Oh, the prank calls are the best when you call a pizza place and then call another pizza place and put them on the phone together.
That's a good one, too.
That's the best.
Now with caller ID, like, it's taken away the fun. I don't know. Everybody knew a good prank caller.
Growing up, you guys, I for sure as a child thought the John Cena prank call was real, and that being fake ruined my childhood.
I didn't know about that.
Ebo, I found out it was fake like a week and a half ago, and I just pretending it's not.
Yeah, that one's real to me still.
It was. I think you know the John Cena call.
Oh,
no.
It's where it's basically this guy call. It's like this lady. He keeps calling. He's like, "Oh, like, do you He's like, "Oh, something like you need something fixed or like something like going up with things. Oh, like this Saturday night, like pay-per-view, John Cena, like." And he keeps like throwing these like setups with it. It's so funny.
Shout out TiVo, who used to work here. He's a good guy, but he used to do radio hits where he would be part of the fake prank phone calls.
Those radio ones I've listened to. They are very funny.
They seem staged.
Dude, some of the radio ones are awesome.
But even when there's like that's with the Cena one, I lived like 20 years thinking it was real. Just found out it was fake. I don't even care.
That one
I just
station,
used to do,
it's just fucking hysterical.
1-800 like boobs and see what would happen. I just would always type in like something dirty.
Or that you type it in like 80085 on your calculator and you turn it upside down.
Yeah, that one's
You show
good.
it to your boy. You're like, hey,
yeah,
boobs.
You could do hell as well.
Yep.
My uncle called my cousin one time, and it was a string of like car burglaries in the area. He convinced them to sit outside, that the cops will come and like take looks at, well-to-do families and stuff like that. It's like January. He's got him sitting out there with the doors open and the lights on, freezing his ass off in fucking January. Said he was a cop. Come take a look. It's fucking. You can do whatever you wanted back then. Now the caller ID, it ruined it.
Keep saying caller ID. There's so many different ways to.
There's still star 6-7 now.
You're like
nobody picks up. You're not picking up a.
Somebody will.
You're like Stu. When the internet came out, I was fucked.
Yeah, I think I'm fucked on the internet.
And you got to find the right victims. I mean, old people are great. When we were doing the cousins, cousin Mike had problems with Sirius. You just give him the Hall & Oates hotline. You call it up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Again and again and again.
There's still like Nigerian prince out here like ripping off old ladies.
Oh yeah, that's.
Get them to like just send their life savings.
I just think everything. We're all a little bit smarter now.
Bro,
you used to get a phone call and somebody says who they are. There's no way of like, how could they not know? You know what I mean?
They do that with your computer's broken. I mean, they almost got my mom like 2 years ago. I remember I heard my mom talking. I'm like, yo, hang the phone up.
Oh, my grandma was sending thousands of dollars to people. I just couldn't stop her at any point. She's like, I'm just gone.
They pick on old people because they know they're lonely. They gives them something to do.
It's like a charity or something.
It literally gives them something to like do with their day.
Yeah.
Like go down to the Western Union and wire $2,000 to this fucking random guy.
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't realize how bad the Mets actually have.
We'll get to that. I want to do the NBA real quick. Ebo, do we know what group it is? A Las Vegas group or a Las Vegas investment group has raised $10 billion to build an NBA arena?
I'm not really sure who's part of the group, but yeah, they've been slowly building up private funding, and they have about $10 billion ready to build an NBA ready to
Probably all looking for the Titanic still. Sorry.
Yeah, idiots. Am I crazy to think that this place in Vegas would be a powerhouse?
I think they would do well.
I think that's where a lot of guys would want to go.
They would have the best home court advantage in the entire NBA,
without question.
Do you think do you think guys would want to play there as their destination, like how they want to go to Miami, LA? I think then maybe New York. You think a lot of guys would want to go? I think it's a no-brainer.
A lot of people
I think
live
no
there.
income tax, right?
Vegas?
In
I don't know
Nevada?
about that.
No,
I'm not sure about that.
I just made that up.
I have no idea either way, but it's like just even being there a little bit. Like I don't think it's like a horrible place to live. Like obviously you don't live
no
on
income
the
tax.
strip. You know what I mean?
No income tax? Oh, then it's a home run. I think they'll be a superpower in 5-10 years, without a doubt. You don't think so, Za?
Nah, there's no people there.
But I think
you need people. Are you gonna go just the tourist route?
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Route?
So I think there's sneakies a lot more people than we realize.
Really?
That will
like
a lot of people grew up in a lot of people grow up in Las Vegas.
No,
You
but
think
that
about
that will go to the basketball.
I think so.
Oh,
I
no.
really do.
Well, I don't even care
There's
about
a lot of money out there, too.
I don't even care about that. I meant for where the players want to go. I think the players want to go to Vegas. Maybe I didn't.
I'm saying both. I think both. I agree with
that.
I'm saying both. I think players want to go there, and I think
think
fans
about
would
think about what an NBA star wants to do. Clubs,
They could be
day
in Miami
parties,
Heat. They could be in Miami Heat. They'd have to. For me, they'd have to win to really.
nice
grow the
restaurants. Yeah, but I think it's kind of the chicken and the egg. If the players want to go there and you're good players, they could turn into winning. You get what I'm saying?
Don't you put so like for example in baseball, isn't Tampa like in that category?
No, I think Tampa's like a
no
retirement.
taxes,
I think Tampa's like a retirement. Tampa's like a retirement home.
You can't get no one to go watch anything there.
Tampa's got a bunch of old people.
The stadium's also not in a good location.
True, yeah, true.
If it was like downtown
worse,
Tampa,
yeah.
I think people would
It's like
be
St.
more
Pete's off the highway.
inclined to go.
Yeah, I don't know if they win. I feel like they could be like the Miami Heat if they win.
No, I mean Tampa's a shit fan base. If they can't get guys or girls to see the Rays at this point, I don't care where the fucking stadium is. They're a shit fan base.
But then they are. But I mean, the stadium's a dump. It's literally off a highway in St. Petersburg. It's not in Tampa.
It's older people in Tampa. That's my point. Like, you're not going out having fun, restaurant. Like, think about what you have. Vegas. It's like America's playground. Like, you're in
strip
Vegas.
club capital of the world.
I was
isn't
thinking
it?
Tampa is
Yeah.
the strip club capital. It's fair.
I said America's playground.
Tampa's
Trying to
not
keep it
old. You're
PG.
saying Tampa's old, but I understand what you mean. It's not an old place, but it's just like Vegas is a playground.
And also with Vegas, I think I agree. This goes partly to Za's point that they've won immediately, but they've kind of the proof of concept is there with the Knights. Like they do, the fans go crazy. For
Also,
the
an
Knights.
NBA game is probably the easiest sporting event to build a Vegas experience around, where you have crazy in between timeout performances and stuff like that.
Somebody brought up this good point about the Knights. The Knights at least were an expansion team. There was nobody in Vegas who had a fan base for hockey. People in Vegas right now, they already had football fans for like other teams and baseball fans who root for other teams. It might be tough to bring in somebody from Oakland or somewhere else and have them become fans of that compared to the Knights.
So that same principle follows for basketball then. You've had people who've been basketball fans out there for 40 years, and the only thing they watched was UNLV. That's why, I mean, go look at that. UNLV was like, they were the kings of the town.
Oh, they're a powerhouse.
Way back in the day, yeah. They were out in the pools with the Boost, that famous photo. They were killing it. So, yeah, I think Vegas.
Well, then, not the only thing they were killing, probably.
I don't know about that.
A couple mafia ties here and there.
Oh, yeah,
we used to have somebody who could talk about that.
Or
intelligently.
Or Wikipedia it and pulling it off as his own. But
that too.
Megan, what do you think? You think Vegas is going to be a powerhouse? Like, guys would want to go play there?
I mean, I don't know. Again, I'm kind of with like the thought of like just a lot of tourists, and like I don't know if like guys want to live in a place where they have to see just like multitudes of people coming in to like that. Like, say that you go there to go to your favorite sports book, whatever. Obviously, you're a big sports fan, and you have all these players there, and they have to just worry about constantly like rotating people. Just always want. I guess they always have to deal with it. But I don't know. I just don't. I see Vegas as like I'm in, I'm out. I would never want to live there personally. But
I also I do feel like our conception, because I think the same thing. Like, there's no way I want to, like, you want to go to Vegas for 2 days and 3 days max and you're done. But I don't think I've ever been off of that strip. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like,
that's what I'm trying to say.
There is like people that love it, and then it's like their strip is like our Times Square, where we don't go there unless it's like you're taking someone out that you want to see.
I feel like I've driven around a little bit, like just whether it's driving into like to the strip or whatever. Like, I'm just not like maybe I haven't seen the right parts of Las Vegas, but it's just not like a place that strikes me as somewhere I would like to live.
And also with the moving of like teams and stuff, like Oakland's going to Vegas and everyone's like so sad for them. The Oakland Raiders were like the fan base that everyone was like, holy shit, like they're the best fan base almost, like they're scared. How can that change? They've been in Vegas now for what, 2 years? no one cares. Like once they move, everyone's gonna forget about the Oakland A's. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna. It's just they just have to get out of there, and then everything will stop. I think they're gonna have a new basketball team. They're gonna have the baseball team. They're gonna have everything there. And
so
then
the thing about the NBA though, we got 30 NBA teams right now.
Yeah, if they had one, they'll add 2.
I know they're gonna add 2. That's what I'm asking.
If I was on the tail end of my career, I think I would do it.
Who
would
becomes
be the
the second? And then does that water down the league? Because we already got half the teams making the playoffs, or 2/3 of the teams making the playoffs.
No, I think now just half the teams will make it.
Yeah. Pittsburgh could use a basketball team.
I mean,
I don't hate that.
I think it's just.
I could see them maybe bringing one back to Seattle. Maybe
Nashville is going to be.
Nashville's going to get a baseball team. I think.
That's why I think it's. And guys won't want to go play there because also no state tax is a big thing as well.
So
they're big on globalization. I could see a team going back to Canada maybe again.
Maybe.
No one wants to play in Canada.
Yeah.
Mexico. I don't know.
So the Las Vegas metro area has 2.8 million people.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Jesus.
I think that's going to put the point I was trying to make. Like a lot of people live. Like we just think of Vegas as like the Strip. Then like you said, the same way that people outside New York just think of New York as like Times Square.
Yep.
Like there's a lot more going on than people realize.
The Strip and the underground people.
And it's insane. We know, like, our poker buddy, Brett Hanks, is a bracelet winner. He lives on the edge of, like, the suburbs, and in his backyard, there's a mountain and just 1,000 miles of desert. It's like, how do you not die living here?
Yeah.
It is hot. I couldn't believe how hot it was. 12 o'clock at night. It's like, all right, we're going to this club tonight. You want to, like, going out, somebody's performing. 12 o'clock, you're still sweating your ass off. I don't think I could ever get over that.
I fucking love it there.
It's insane. The pool, when you went in the pool, you did not cool off. It was just a bathtub. They should be pumping in ice in that. To, like, it's insane. I don't get that. I don't get why the pool's not cold. How there's a heater, there should be a cooler. Figure it out. It's too hot. It's too hot in Vegas.
It's a magical place.
Yeah. Speaking of magical places, let me tell you about some upcoming races at NASCAR. We got the Alley 400, Nashville Super Speedway, June 25th at 7 o'clock.
Ally.
What'd you say?
Ally.
Okay. The Ally. Yeah, that's fair.
No, I'm just letting you know.
7 o'clock on NBC, Parker McCollum pre-race concert, guitars and fast cars under the lights in Music City. Will and Taylor from Bussin' with the Boys will be honorary race officials for the race. I got to see that. And the new Barstool Bar in Nashville will be open to race fans all weekend. Come hang with Barstool Talent 7 to 9 on Friday the 23rd and Saturday 6 to 9 on the 24th. 2023 is the 75th anniversary of NASCAR. Coming up, NASCAR's first ever street race, Chicago Street Race, July 2nd, 5:30. Nashville, 6:25, 7 o'clock on NBC. Thank you to our friends at NASCAR. So we follow NASCAR here and there. What is the most – Dave got kind of pulled in to talk, as it turned out, cricket with Pierce Morgan. Am I correct?
Yeah.
What's the –
That guy he was talking to, absolute legend.
Yeah?
Bumble? Oh, my days.
What's
Bumble's
what's the sport that if you got pulled in, you could talk a little bit about that would surprise people in terms of most random sport? Ev.
Most random? I guess I got a couple Olympic, or not, I guess the last Summer Olympics, I got in a big water polo kick.
Okay.
I got diced up with some water polo a little bit.
Marty?
It's either cricket or Mexican baseball.
Okay.
So just COVID was a bunch of Mexican baseball.
Or,
so baseball.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd buy that.
No one knows the players.
Okay.
Well, just because you go down to the California Penal League doesn't mean it's a different sport.
The Mexican baseball is a different sport than MLB.
Smitty?
Rugby, most likely.
Oh, yeah. Delco.
I don't get. I've tried to watch that, and I still just don't understand it.
Smitty seems.
On
Yeah.
the pitch.
Did you play rugby, Smitty?
No, my brother did.
Okay. Yeah, you seem like a big hit in the rugby houses.
You want to
fit
take
right
an easy one too? Hurling.
I don't know that.
Not curling, hurling. I had a teacher in college who was from he was like Irish, and they play it there. It's like you have a paddle, and I believe when you hold it, you have to like hit it 3 times, but it's like it gets intense. Like when you have those like jump balls, you're literally swinging like a wooden paddle at guys' fucking wrists.
Jesus,
it's crazy.
Donnie
and you basically either on the third, believe it's the third. I probably butchered it a little bit, but It's like after like 3 hits, you either can like smack it in the air in the goal, or you can have it like through the goalpost. Maybe it's like 1 in the goal past the goal. He's like 3, maybe something like that. It's a wild sport.
I'll tell you, an electric one to not only just play but watching is really fun. Is spike ball.
Yeah, but I feel like, what do you like? Everybody can kind of play that.
No, not everyone.
Yeah, but like to be able to talk about, there's a little bit.
Oh
more
yeah, I mean
to
talk
that.
about it, but it's a dope sport.
Yeah. Megan, what about you?
I mean, people probably already know that both like horse racing, because I didn't know anything about horse racing pre-pandemic, and then when all the sports went away, I taught myself how to like read like past performances and race forms and all that good stuff.
Okay.
So.
I think I could give you a little bit on volleyball. My mom coached for a long period of time.
I was
libero. I know if it touches the line, it's in.
Don't even fucking.
Volleyball rules are really, really easy.
I know a little bit of the fucking ref thing. That stupid lady that sits in the chair goes like this. Points.
I was an all Long Island volleyball player.
I know. Yeah, I could do. I might be doing a little bit of volleyball, but what I like is what I like. Everything else,
that was my
too
sport.
much about.
I love
Spot the lie. What I like is what I like.
Yeah, I'm not looking to learn.
Oh,
like, people like, I want to learn a little bit more about that. Like, no thanks.
No, I'm done learning. I've exhausted my learning abilities.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can. Like, the people who go back to school nowadays. Like, credit to you. Can't do it.
No chance. I think Glenny should go back to school because he dropped out and like just film everything he does at the school.
Yeah, like Turtle.
Yeah,
that's like his idol. Like he would. Yeah. He'd be a
like
hit.
UCLA, like in his late 20s.
He'd be a hit. Yeah, he'd be a hit. Imagine him at the frat parties.
He would run the place.
He would. They would be a hit. That's hysterical. You touched on.
He's getting like dropped off in class by Bert Kreischer. Yeah, like Turtle's getting dropped. They're like, was that Vinny Chaser's like dropped him off in school? He's like, yeah, it's my boy.
That's my guy. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Or the one is like when he gets in the car, he picks him up. He's like, see you later. He's like just hopping in his car. He's like, oh.
I mean this with the utmost respect to Glenny. He would be the guy version of what Alex Earl is if he did that.
I think that's a compliment.
It's a yeah.
Oh, it is.
It's a huge compliment.
I mean, she's like the only college student I know.
Alex Earl, I was catching some slack. Dave's on Snapchat now, behind the scenes stuff. Alex Earl, known West Bar Soldier. Did you see that?
I saw you. She's from Jersey.
What, Dave's Snapchat?
Dave's got behind the scenes stuff on Snapchat. He's promoting Snapchat again. So
Snapchat's back?
Yeah, he's promoting that. So he's like, hey, I saw you were getting some recipes from Alex Earl. I was like, I'm just promoting the bar. What do you want me to do? I'm promoting the bar. I mean, it's recipes. What do you want me to do?
Are you here Friday?
Here Friday, yeah.
So we have a gift. There's a gift that I got that I forgot to bring in.
Okay.
Okay.
For Rico?
It seems
usually
like
the response would be
like,
thank you.
What? Why you always think the
seems like a good 33-minute show, and you just took a shit on it. But
I don't take a shit on it.
Is what it is. I don't. Like
didn't.
setups.
I don't. It's
I don't
not
like
my
setups.
gift. It's not my gift.
I don't like setups. I really don't like setups. It might be
derailed.
Might be a work from home day.
He's derailed.
Might be a work from home because it's just a scum. You know, it's definitely has scumbag tones. Behind
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
There's, like, there's funny things that we do, and I didn't do this. This has nothing to do with me. I promise you, it's not that bad.
You touched on it. The Mets' third worst
that
record
bad.
since April 22nd. They're bad.
I didn't know they were 14-7.
The only two teams worse are the A's and Royals, who are horrific. And April 22nd is basically the beginning of the season. The Mets are awful. Awful. Yeah, I mean, it's good to be level-headed.
They're really bad, man. They're bad.
It's just karma for every single Mets fan
I agree.
last season
Listen,
at this time.
Absolutely.
Saying they won the World Series
and I was
already.
saying that. I'm like, we're getting a little ahead of this. Like, don't bring him out. Diaz with the fucking trumpets and pregame
Oh, that was
stuff.
cool. That was cool.
They got a
I'm
little.
talking more of the fan base.
They got a little like ahead of themselves where the shots with it, and they're going in on his jersey, and it's him running. They're getting a little cinematography in there. I didn't know. We didn't win a
guys
fucking
just did
thing.
nothing.
We were in the thick of a race.
You did nothing to get better. You replaced your best pitcher with a older pitcher, and your lineup's awful. It's just what it is. You didn't get better in the lineup.
But they're horrific. And it sucks because now Frank gets to like dance and say like Frank was right, but
yeah, but there's still some of us
when
that remember Frank sitting in that seat saying it's going to be when Will Ponce told the team. He believed it was going to be different.
Yeah, he did.
The Yankees are the poor franchise.
I want to say this though.
Under 77 wins.
Well, they're spending money, just not correctly.
It's just very bad.
Nothing's changed. They still stink.
I want to say this though. I want to give so much credit to the San Francisco Giants because think about this. Everyone shit on them on this in this offseason, being like, "Oh, couldn't get Judge. You signed Correa, then you stopped signing Correa. Then they didn't add anybody. They got a couple of pieces.
Yeah, they got a shipment of Mets. They got a shipment of poor man's Mets.
They got a couple.
J.D. Davis and Conforto.
They got nobody.
They on Conforto.
They got nobody where they were like, holy shit, and they are playing unbelievable. And they're a good baseball team. And like a team like the Padres, who are buying, or the Mets, just not good baseball teams.
Hey.
The Giants are killing it.
They're playing very, very well right now, and they're overachieving. It's a long season, though, man.
No, it is, but also, what was
Lamont Wade Jr., Estrada. I mean,
was it last year that they had 100 wins?
2 years ago.
Years ago, like it's still like I don't know. I just think that you have to give them credit for like
for sure
the way they're playing now, for like how much they tried to get better this offseason.
I'm sure they're trying to spend again. Yeah,
but they are maxing out right now.
Oh yeah,
1,000%. Yeah.
But I mean, Kepler's done a fucking great job there.
He does. He has.
And I'm like, clearly they have money. Hopefully, they maybe for their sake get to spend some of that money this offseason. We'll see what happens. I guess that's just unfortunate. We're throwing out these huge contracts and can't land anybody.
I know.
But they'll get somebody.
They're trying to spend though.
They'll get somebody.
Well, it was probably a win not getting Correa.
Yeah.
We got Ebo.
And I mean, Rodon hasn't even pitched yet for us.
Breaking news.
Jesus.
Yeah.
NCAA suspends men's basketball coach Penny Hardaway for first 3 games of 2023 for recruiting violations.
Who cares?
Memphis is just one of those.
I mean,
He
Looked
recruits
good on
well.
paper. I don't know
He
if they'll
doesn't
ever be
coach
able to
very
put
well.
it together. And he's got some guys going in the pros, like
He's recruited talent well.
yeah, for sure.
I don't think he coaches very well.
Well, there was a reason he brought Larry Brown to sit next to him, who's a million years old.
Hire
Kinda
Rasheed
need a
Wallace
mentor like
and then
that.
Fire him in like 2 seconds.
I guess.
Yeah, that's the most unsurprising thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's an unnecessary bottom thing. But
I don't know.
I'm telling you right now, I'll
What was
give
the
you
bottom
2
thing?
right now that have
What
not
was
been
the bottom
credited.
thing? Let me see.
I'll give you 2
Let me
right
see the
now.
bottom thing.
I'll give you 2 right now that refuse to be acknowledged. Bama plays Creighton December 16th.
But hasn't that one not come official yet?
Official in my head.
But I'm saying like
It hasn't been announced.
when it gets announced, you'll get the credit.
Right. I don't know about that. We'll go to war. And the other one, the CBS Sports Classic involving Carolina and Ohio State, is being played in Atlanta, Georgia, which has not been credited as well. So we'll see if certain guys who have never taken a jumper in their life give the credit when they're all about getting the credit themselves. We'll see.
You were first to those? No one else said it?
1,000%.
He's already tweeted them out, but they haven't been made like official yet.
1,000%.
Announced. They haven't been
it's
announced.
Not even close.
So you're saying dates of games and play people?
Ohio State Graphics still has to be announced in terms of location for the CBS Classic. I quoted it, said it's in Atlanta. Where it is.
What's the source? You gotta give a source.
Very, very good source. Like
you have to give us like per source.
I mean, one of the basketball emojis in my phone.
Sources, yeah.
One of the basketball emojis in my phone.
Just give the command. Give the command.
Yeah,
Give the command
listen,
and we
the
ride.
I'll tell you what, the boys have been at like
Itching for
they've
action.
been working at Walmart. They've been going to meetings. We took away all the swords, and war times are far, far away. They're telling stories in their own head. A lot of PTSD. The boys are dying to go back to war.
They're in a cage just like that.
Dying.
Just freaking
Dying for a
Get them
war.
back.
their
Let's
feet
get them
fucking.
back.
I don't call the wars anymore though. If I get the approval, it's gonna be hell. I mean, like 300, like the army of 300, just coming out of nowhere in fine formation. They're fine tuned right now.
One last dance.
So we'll see. Yeah, one last dance. We'll see.
But it's a 10-parter. It's a 10-parter. So.
It is. Yeah, we're just beating it over the head. And I lost. You guys got to remember, I lost a lot of my fastballs. Woj, you can't go after him anymore. Gottlieb, like all these things are all gone. We're dying for a war. I need a new target on that dartboard.
action.
I need a new target on that dartboard, and it's shaped like a middle-aged.
They're like
a middle-aged guy who never took a jumper in his life and tweets about food all the time.
you seen Jarhead?
Yeah.
When they're in the desert for like 6 months, no action, they start just tweaking out.
Yep.
So is he?
I was like, I gotta
Guys are
fucking
doing.
kill somebody.
Is he number
I gotta
one on
shoot
your
my
list?
gun.
See, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah,
Then
it's
you
potential.
gotta know: are you gonna get in the scoop game?
I'm not in it,
Because
I just am doing it because I want my guys to go back to war.
Scoop game is.
He's saying these two scoops he's earned.
No, I know. I agree.
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
it. And I'm not
But
looking.
it would be funny if you tried to become that guy. You're the scoop guy.
No, it's
You have a powerful
dangerous path. I don't like doing it. I want to watch the games. I want to build relationships. Believe in my guys.
Relationships.
Man. Utah State's got a 4-star transfer from Maryland, so
Utah State will never do anything.
that's pretty good. Switching gears to things that actually matter. We touched on underrated running backs yesterday. Who are some underrated wide receivers? Megan. I know you got a saint out there.
Let me think.
I'll give you three that jumped out off the top of my head. I don't know where they stand in terms of number. I love Demarius Thomas.
Thomas, I don't think he's underrated.
I don't think he's underrated either.
Okay, I thought he was underrated.
That's why I need to think. I don't want anyone to yell.
He had like almost a 2,000-yard season.
No, he's like.
I know, but he
start.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love when we go back. Okay.
Did you put Santonio Holmes as underrated?
No,
not at all.
He's got one of the greatest catches in Super Bowl history.
You're 0 for 2.
In terms of like all timers, are you putting Santonio Holmes in the all time discussion? I don't feel like he is
underrated and all time is.
Yeah, and I don't think he's underrated. I think he underachieved, if anything.
All right. And then I do think Roddy White is fucking underrated. Roddy White was really, really good for a long period of time.
Roddy White.
He doesn't get talked about.
He
doesn't get talked about as one of like the all-time like.
That one's closer.
Great.
I've tweeted about this one a lot, but it's probably kind of not that great. But Keenan Allen, I feel like is a great underrated wide receiver.
No? I think he's more. I think he's properly rated. I think because
I don't think he gets the respect he deserves. But
the injury bug always hurts him.
He's a lot of injury, and that's another blog I'm writing right now. Fucking the 10 quarterbacks that the Chargers got their wins against last year. Disgusting. The Justin Herbert. You want to talk about overrated? That's that guy.
I got a
topic, Marty.
Megan. I got to save you. How about Marquise Colston?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good call too.
He had. I mean, he had. What do you have? Like 5-6 years in a row. He had over 1,000 yards.
What would you say?
Like
a lot of underrated wide receivers are tough. It's like
because they're big time. They're look at me guys a lot. So
yeah, Chad has a good one. I mean, he got the Brady bump, but Deion Branch, I would have picked.
Deion Branch for sure.
How about like How about sneaky? This is like a deep cut. Like this is more like punt even back in the day, almost like.
This is unnecessary. Rico probably thinks Andre Johnson, AJ Green are underrated. That's just mean.
Oh, I mean, those first two were a little. Demarius Thomas. Was
all right, so
like
my point of underrated is that the guy's really good, but we're not putting him in the all-time discussion. So
that's just not what underrated means.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I'm actually going to back Rico on this a little bit.
No,
They should be an all-time great, but they're not considered an all-time
great. If a guy
great.
is supposed to be rated top tier and he's rated tier 2,
I think underrated could also go to where like it doesn't need to be all time. It's just like they're just not being talked about.
Much as I guess he's not in a tier where he should be. So I thought Santonio Holmes was up there. I thought Demarius Thomas was up there.
Rico, take a breath. It's okay.
Yeah, I take breaths.
Do you think people consider Demarius Thomas one of like the 25 greatest receivers of all time?
I don't think so.
Do you consider him one of the 25 greatest receivers of all time?
Could be up there. You look at numbers, maybe the numbers always. But I just felt like he was dominant for years. I just thought he was in that run of, I thought he was really good.
Like a Jimmy Smith. He's somebody who I think would be like underrated.
Dallas Clark's a tight end. Kyle Wright, you moron. Aaron Hernandez, he was a tight end. I mean, stop doing this with the tight ends in the chat. No tight ends.
I think some good underrated.
Holt's
not a bad answer. Like honestly, him and Bruce. I would say even Isaac Bruce.
You don't think Torrey Holt was? I thought Torrey Holt was
he
like
was a star.
He's a Hall of
Famer,
but they're always going off like just because they're a star doesn't mean they can't be in their time.
No, I think he
they
was
can't
like.
be underrated.
I think Torrey Holt was like looked at as like one of the best players in the NFL at one point.
But I'm saying, it's going what Ebo said right now. Like, would you say Torrey Holt's like a lock, like top like 20 receiver of all time?
I would, honestly. I thought
it might be
maybe because I loved Torrey Holt.
I think it's close.
Where do you put a guy like
Amani Toomer?
Because
Amani Toomer.
He's different. Where do you put a guy like Edelman in terms of all time? He was never having those 60-yard. I'm sure he had. He wasn't getting a 60-yard bomb down the sideline. He wasn't.
Yeah, but he had 1,000-yard seasons. He had the catch in the Super Bowl that spawned the comeback.
I get that, but Edelman was a lot of underneath stuff.
Even almost, honestly, I think Edelman almost swing to like overrated. And I don't
Yeah?
think he's overrated, but I think he'd be. I think he'd be
agree.
closer to overrated than underrated. I mean,
I don't know about that.
Let's play a game.
He's a guy who people talk about.
I think he's
Talk about
extremely
being in the
usable.
Hall of Fame. If you looked at his numbers, like
How
they're
many
not,
career
like,
receiving
crazy.
yards does Julian Edelman have?
I think it's like 6,000 or 7,000. I think maybe I'm low. I remember looking at something like this and it wasn't crazy high compared to
Okay.
other like big name receivers.
What is it?
6,822.
Over how many seasons?
Let's see.
Remember at the beginning was.
But how many catches? Like he had a ton of catches. I feel like.
But I'm saying if you look at the all-time greats, they got
11
like
seasons.
Like that's not crazy.
I thought of
600.
another one that might be stupid, but Mohamed Sanu. I feel like he always shows up whenever he needs to.
I don't know. I agree with you because I always thought he was going to be fucking amazing. And
He's great for like fantasy.
Yes,
So-
that's
Yeah.
why I always thought.
What about a
Hey,
guy like
we're
Jericho
going-
Cotchery? He's
Yeah, we're
reliable.
talking we're basically talking number 2 wide receivers that like have good years.
I guess that's true.
So we're
Yeah,
just
like
trying to say.
like TJ Houshmandzadeh.
So
Like, yeah, he was
what?
good.
What number 1 wide receiver is underrated? Like right now.
I don't know if he's their number 1, but I still think that kid Duverville is fucking unbelievable.
I think
I just think he's-
Devontae Smith is somehow underrated.
I think
Especially
he's
since A.J.
under.
Brown
So that's the thing.
is
I
back.
think when they have 2 number 1s, it's like
Yeah.
because AJ Brown's the guy everyone talks about, but Devonta Smith, I weirdly agree with that. Yeah.
Devontae Smith's so good.
Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
I know obviously he hasn't played, but I'm telling you he's going to be unbelievable.
What game did you have, Ebo?
Was that?
What game did you have? So let's play a game.
There was guess the receiving yards.
Oh,
Career
that
receiving
one?
yards. I said let's
do
play a game. Guess the career receiving
Got
yards.
it. All right. I thought Edelman sidetracked you into
I
this.
have,
You
a, I
guys
have a good
think-
underrated number 1 guy though.
Who?
Brandon Lloyd.
He packed receptions
Hmm.
year after year. Didn't he have like 110 catches one year? Something absurd.
Do you think that Travis Kelce should be considered a tight end anymore?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah?
I still
well,
think
yeah,
he's
yeah, but I think the position, and I think Gronk was a big part of this.
Has grown
I think the position has grown to in a stance wide receiver.
because like, he's going to shatter like every. Well,
But there's
probably
almost
not.
become like 2 different types of tight ends.
Yeah.
Because there's like the Kelseys of the world, and there's like but you still have like the Kittles.
Right.
Kittle can really Kittle's more well-rounded.
Kill's a hell of a blocker.
He's a phenomenal blocker and a great receiver. He's not as dynamic as Kelsey, obviously.
Kelsey, I don't think Kelsey blocks anymore.
He doesn't at all.
Yeah.
They don't ask him to block though.
No, I wouldn't either when he's doing that. That's what I'm saying. Like when you look at all-time tight ends, like when you look at some of the older guys, it's never even these stats aren't even gonna be close. You know?
Yeah. Dick has got some crazy years. Actually, it's kind of wild.
Yeah.
He was putting up like 1,000 yards when like nobody was.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Do you
still,
think Waller's gonna be good?
yeah, as long as he's healthy.
Fucking hope so, man.
We need it.
I just think
Yeah,
they're
bad.
gonna. As long as he's healthy, I think Dable will use him well.
Yeah.
But I like
Hey,
the
Because
kid.
I liked what he did with Bellinger. I think they can do good with some.
That's the kid
tight
I
ends.
liked. I liked that we had Bellinger.
They're gonna
and it
do
was
use
cheap.
both.
Yeah.
Evan
mean,
Ingram's
well-
going to be one of the best tight ends in the league this year.
Yeah, of course he is. It's
Yeah,
disgusting.
1,000% he is.
Good for the Jaguars.
Makes one catch. We're in the playoffs.
And it's I'm sure if it was with Dable, he would have been great. But we had douchebag Shermer and a bunch of other assholes that didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah. Let's do the picks now and then round it out. Megan, what do you got?
Let me pull them up really quickly because I did have like 6 of them. Are they up on the screen? No, they're not. Okay, give me 1 second. Did go 6-0 yesterday. Actually 7-0 because I took the Tigers, but I didn't put them out because I was
Hey.
terrified. But I took the Orioles money line, Tigers money line, Braves money line, Red Sox money line, Giants team total over the 3.5, and then a parlay of over a hit for areas, and then Astros money
I
line.
thought the Tigers lost yesterday.
They did.
LSU Tigers, my
Oh.
Tiger. The
That's
real
a
Tigers.
wild way to say the Tigers. But I forgot you are the Tigers.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not from Detroit, and I also would not pull for those Tigers.
We
so,
had a fucking guy. We have a guy in here who's he just went to TCU. No, office is quiet as hell yesterday. It's like the 3rd inning, and I didn't even know TCU was playing, and he's screaming like he killed somebody. I was like, I don't think anyone, even if I went to TCU, would care that much about the baseball team being in Omaha. I don't.
That's
Ohio State baseball. Would you be like living and dying by every pitch?
I mean, I definitely get into it, but yeah,
You don't care.
I mean,
that
it's
much.
football is what it's all about.
Even
LSU and
basketball.
Omaha
He's the
go
number
hand
1
in hand.
TCU guy going though.
No, he is. No, that's what I'm saying.
He was
But no,
getting flown out to games.
LSU. Todd Graves has completely. No one's ever going to break the LSU Jello shot record now.
He went to he's in the Guinness Book of World Records for most shots ever bought.
Yeah, Todd Graves, good guy.
Shout
He is a
out
good
my
guy.
guy Todd.
Marty, who do you got?
I have the Tigers. I got the Rockies. I got the Braves, and I got the Yankees. Plus 150. I mean, I know what's his name's pitching, but plus 150 for the Yankees, I'll take every time.
Ev.
You on the Reds run line, stay hot. I'm on the Nationals money line. It's 135. Yeah, Braves money line. I know they're playing. The Phillies are good, but this Braves team money line, no brainer. And Yankees, I kind of feel at 150. It's almost like a flyer. Not literally a flyer, but I mean it's Yankees plus 150 at home, please.
I'm gonna take Abbott over 5.5 strikeouts. I'll take the Diamondbacks minus the 141. Happy Zach Gallen Day to all those who celebrate. And then juice this one up. Reds, Diamondbacks, Guardians plus 280.
Reds are
the most fun team
losing
in the
right now.
It's 1-0.
1-0.
Can you
down
put
1-0 yesterday? They came out.
camera on me
10.
real fast, Ebo? These are coming out soon.
They're very cool.
These are coming out soon. Right here, Scumbag Golf. Everything is playable, and that'll play. So make sure you're on the lookout and fucking buy them. So I don't go into a lower tier of merch. So that means you can never do anything again. But they're nice.
I like
hats.
both of those. Those are nice, Marty.
Thank you. I appreciate
Very nice.
that.
Those are very nice hats, Marty.
Thank you, guys. It's like so hard to get a genuine compliment out of people. That was very nice,
They're
guys.
threatening to say that you can never do merch
Yes.
again.
No, not me, but I know there is tiers. If like you don't sell a certain amount, like you go to a bottom of a tier.
So basically, my entire career here.
Then what happens if you have like a lights out shirt?
You go up
Well,
a tier. That's how.
Rico's
tiers.
sitting there thinking, "No, man, what
You've
shirt
got
can I come
you've
up
got
with?"
these emails.
I thought we got away from these tiers of society, like the serfs and the peasants and the.
No.
We've gotten
What
much
world-
more
what
into
world
tiers,
have you been living
actually.
in?
Yeah, I don't know what world
Yeah,
you went
this
to.
is society is French Revolution worthy at Barstool. But
I'm just saying, as a
Orioles
society.
raised, Norman first inning already cashed. Ebo, what the fuck? You're down 4-0 in the second.
Yeah, I
That's
got the
second
game
half.
day up. It's not good.
Yeah, Rockies up 1-0. We'll see what happens. This Phillies game tonight. Look, yes, Braves are plus 110. Aaron Nola's on the mound. He's got to sack it up. He's a lot better at home than he is on the road. And the Braves are pitching some young buck with his third start. If the Phillies don't win tonight, it's like, come on, guys, come on.
I feel you. The
Yes,
youngsters just got a
Phillies.
win yesterday for the first time forever. It feels like.
So do you guys see this quote from Brandon Miller just saying that he said, I don't think LeBron is the GOAT of basketball. My GOAT is Paul George.
Yep.
Honestly, good for him just giving his direct comp. Is
Yes, he's been compared.
brilliant.
I like that.
Oh no!
When
you
I
like
watch
that.
him, that's
stupid
all I see
shit.
is Paul.
He bumped himself up from third yesterday. It was plus 190 to now he's minus 500.
I think when players say
second.
this is so stupid. Just don't put a target on your back when you haven't played a single game yet. Just play first. Don't say LeBron's not. LeBron's the best player to live. Just fucking say it.
This guy's playing chess right now.
He's playing chess. He's involved in a murder, allegedly.
He got away with it. Chess.
That's not good.
You guys are just throwing things out there. Have you seen me throw out crazy terms to anybody?
No, yeah.
Today?
no.
I didn't say anything.
No, you didn't say a word today about anything.
About
Any random guy in
about
your town.
Sandy.
2-0 Rockies.
Coach the black and yellow team. Scumbag.
The Rockies, like the Rays, I don't care. The Reds, I don't care how good they're playing.
He had a
They should
bag
never
of
be
balls
minus,
that he
like,
put his
200.
initials on every one of them too. He didn't want
I
anybody
agree,
losing
Marty.
them. He's a fuck.
Thank you, because Rico's just.
Go ahead. What do you got about the Reds? You trying to slander the Reds?
No,
What's your
I'm not
problem?
trying to slam. I think that the Reds, no matter how good they're playing, shouldn't be minus 200 something ever.
They're gonna
The
win.
Rockies
They're gonna
are
win
really
this
bad, and Abbott's an animal, so
I don't know if the Rockies are like that bad though.
I think the Rockies are pretty bad.
Yeah,
Think
they're pretty bad.
That bad?
They're pretty bad.
Not great.
They're not good.
I think they have the worst record in the NL. I think them and the Nationals.
I think the Nationals are worse than them.
I feel like the Nationals aren't. The Nationals are bad, but
The
Nationals
Nationals.
got like a little
records.
spunk. They're
Let's
better
compare
than the
records.
Nationals. Than
the
Took the Nats 2 days ago,
Rockies.
first five.
The Rockies actually do have a better record than the. I guess they're tied. They play
Oh,
less
real
games.
quick, what did you guys
4
think
games.
of Garrett Cole when he was sending a message through it 50 feet in the air over the guy's head? Did you see that?
Yeah. And then I saw that clip get edited to where it hit Sterling.
Yeah, yeah,
Just fucking all time.
Ow! Ow!
Well, it's funny with that. But I think that when pitchers should be like when Cole's doing that, he's at his best. And like after that, he struck him out and was like, "Don't like." He was like going like this to him, taunting him. It was awesome.
I know. He had an all-time strikeouts overhit yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
All time.
How so?
Had 4 going into the 7th.
Ooh.
So it was over 7.5.
What?
Strikes out the side. They bring him in for 1 batter, strike him out.
Oh man. That's
Wait, let me ask you a question.
Unreal.
That's pretty.
You're up 2-1. Everyone, quick. You're up 2-1. You're the home team. It's the top of the 8th. Second and third, 1 out. Do you put the infield in?
Oh, say it again.
Top of the 8th. You're up 2-1. Second and third, 1 out. Do you bring the infield in?
No.
Rico says no.
I probably wouldn't.
Probably
I'm
not.
thinking
Just
I'm
just
not-
because.
Base hit then.
Just because then a base
I
hit
like
like
that.
clearly.
Yeah, clears it.
You're losing now, most likely.
That was an argument between
Corners in.
this guy and
Yeah, corners in maybe. Corners in makes sense.
Boone got into a fight with a guy, and he was like, "That's I would never. I would always put the infield in. Infield back."
Who, Boone said that he always put an infield back.
Yeah.
I would at least because you want the like.
I like that.
You don't want to get totally fucked.
a lot.
I don't know who he is.
You
All
know
right.
who that is.
I'll take a look. All right, that's Pick Central. Yak up next. See you on Friday.